All right, let's talk about breaking into cybersecurity. If you've ever looked at this field and just felt completely lost, wondering where on earth to start, well, you're not alone. It can feel like this giant, impossible puzzle. But today, we're going to lay out a simple, clear, and totally actionable roadmap to get you there. So let's just dive right in. Believe it or not, this entire journey, from knowing nothing to getting that first job offer, can be broken down into just 3 stages. Yep, that's it. 3. Not 20, not 100. Just 3 simple, manageable stages. This is the framework that's going to take all the confusion out of the process. Now, here's the secret sauce. You need to know that most people, and I mean most people, get stuck right in the middle. They hit a wall in stage 2, and they just stop. Knowing that is a huge advantage for you because we're going to focus on exactly how to blast right through that common roadblock. Okay, so here's our game plan for today. We're going to look at the big picture roadmap, then we'll break down each of the 3 stages: building your foundation, getting those practical skills, and then finally launching your career. And if you stick with me, by the end, you'll know exactly what your next move should be. You ready? Let's do this. First up is stage 1, all about that foundational knowledge. And I love how this is phrased, building your base without the burden, because that's the key, right? The goal here is to learn the essentials without getting totally buried in details you don't need yet. It's about being smart with your learning. So, let me be clear. This is not about becoming a Linux expert or a networking genius overnight. Not at all. The real goal is to just get a good wide-angle view of the main ideas. You got to know what the battlefield looks like before you can defend it, right? This stage is all about getting that big picture context. So a great starting point for this is something like the Google Cybersecurity certificate. And why that one? Well, it's designed to do exactly what we're talking about. It gives you that broad introduction to the core concepts without overwhelming you. It's basically the perfect launchpad to get you started on the right foot. And that brings us to stage 2, practical skills. This is the big one. Remember what I said earlier? This is where most people get stuck. Why? Because this is where we stop just learning about stuff and start actually doing stuff. This is where you get those hands-on, marketable skills. So what do we even mean when we say hands-on practice? It means getting your hands dirty. It's about taking that foundational knowledge and applying it on platforms and through practical certificates that teach you the exact skills that companies are hiring for right now. It's the difference between reading a recipe and actually cooking the meal. And this is a fantastic breakdown of what that looks like. You pick a path and you focus. If you're interested in the policy and strategy side of things, that's GRC, then a platform like GRC Mastery is your go-to. But if you want to be on the front lines, hunting for threats as a SOC analyst, then you've got amazing options like TryHackMe, CyberDefender, or Hack the Box. These aren't just tutorials, they are literally skill-building playgrounds. Okay, so once you've built up those practical skills in stage 2, you are ready for stage 3, launching your career. And listen, this isn't a single ta-da moment. Think of it as a process, an engine of continuous growth that takes all your hard work and turns it into an actual job. Stage 3 really becomes a cycle. You take all those awesome hands-on skills you just learned and you get them on your resume. At the very same time, you keep learning by tackling some intermediate-level certs. You're always broadening your skills and, this is the most important part, you are applying for jobs consistently. It's an active, ongoing push forward. And you can see that clear progression right here. In stage 2, you might have done the beginner-level certs from CyberDefender or Hack the Box. Well, now in stage 3, you level up. You go for their intermediate certifications. This shows employers that you're not just a one-and-done learner. You're committed to seriously growing your expertise. And while you're broadening those skills, here's a pro tip. Focus on cloud security. In today's job market, having some cloud security knowledge on your resume is a massive advantage. It's a fantastic way to make your profile stand out from the crowd. So let's recap. It's really that simple. Stage 1, build your foundation. Stage 2, get those practical hands-on skills that employers are desperate for. And stage 3, turn those skills into a career by constantly growing and consistently applying. The roadmap from beginner to job ready is no longer some big mystery. It's right here. So, the roadmap is clear. The steps are laid out. All the confusion is gone, and what's left is a clear path forward. So the only real question left is the one you see on the screen.